Man, I've heard people say like through meditation they've been able to experience something that's very similar to a psychedelic experience.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to a state like that?
I kind of like booked a psychedelic breathing session, but the guy, he came so late that I canceled it. So, but they are existing, and I think it's like you breathe as much intensely as you stimulate the pineal gland. So it releases these kinds of similar chemical bindings, which is in psychedelics.
Okay, so it was a breathing like class or something without the psychedelics, but it's supposed to create the psychedelic effect.
Yeah. Like, you are like it's a little Wim Hofish, I think. Like you are hyperventilating and breathing in a certain way.
Yeah.
And feeling, I don't really know the theoretical thing, but it's something like that. Yeah.
Shame that asshole was late.
Yeah. I wouldn't got the secret of how you could trip every day.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Man, I've hallucinated once where I really started seeing things. And that was when I was really tired. Like I was exhausted. We were doing a stand-up paddling safari. And we missed our campgrounds, and then we had to like paddle for an extra 4 hours.
Paddling stand-up safari in Norway?
Yeah, it was in Norway.
Okay.
So we started in Gudvangen.
Okay.
And we were going all the way around to somewhere. It was like 32 kilometers.
Oh,
but
wow.
we got in late, so it kind of got dark, and we missed our campsite. And then there was no other campsite for like another 3 or 4 hours.
Okay. I misunderstood because I thought now you had like this paddling around and doing stand-up.
Oh, yeah.
In places in Gudvangen, in the fjord, like you had this tour with a stand-up like on a paddling thing. No.
No.
It was this board.
Just stand-up paddling board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
But after a certain amount of time, I was so tired. I think we must have paddled for like 20 kilometers in the rain, in the dark. And then I started really hallucinating. Like I started having a conversation with somebody that wasn't there. The goats were talking to me. And I said to my friend, dude, we got to fucking stop now. Otherwise one of us is going to drown. But it was so real to me. Like the conversation, I was like, I had this, like, it felt like I had a 20-minute conversation with this guy. And then like I looked around because I go, oh, fuck. He's not even there. Like, where is this cunt? So, you can, like, your brain can, I mean, obviously with dreaming as well. Like, produce all of these, like, hallucinogenic states that do occur naturally.
Yeah, like every day, like in every thought, there's a kind of hallucination, or there's an illusion, or there's a thing happening inside you.
Yeah.
Like as a dream is happening as well. It's like like in daydreaming, you get really lost in thought. You get like, oh yeah, and but we don't think of it as a hallucination or like the same, but yeah, because it doesn't alter the perception.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Dude, has any of this experience had an impact on the way that you write or think of your comedy?
I don't really know, but I think maybe if anything, it kind of freed some, like to devote more time to writing, like to not get so distracted.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know. It's not that funny. The kind of it. Yeah, it can maybe be some angles of comedy in the meditational space thing, but I haven't found any like ways to see things different. That I think like comedy also has to be like really. You have to resonate. People have to resonate with what you're saying, and they have to you can't be too directly connected the comedy to like into meditation. I think it's like it can be a little bit spacey, floating stuff like that.
Yeah, I was wondering if like if you're somehow like if you could have if you started like receiving ideas through the
Okay.
meditation. Like if you're kind of like, you know what, now I'm just like sitting here and I'm,
Mm.
and then
Oh yeah.
like if you're like more tuned in to the idea
Yeah,
realm.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understand. And yeah, I think like um I think like creativity, it's not that much doing, kind of. If you sit down now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this. I'm going to do an action to do it. Then it would be hard, but it's kind of like if you can let things kind of flow, and that is kind of meditation as well. So it's watching your mind and letting things come and go. And so I think also like creativity is in that kind of space, like it comes more than you can provoke it. It must just like come naturally. So I think you can. I haven't like really felt that, but I think there's something there that yeah, if you can let things happen more, then you just like not just intentionally making it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I experienced. Like if
Yeah.
I have to sit down and go, okay, now write jokes for an hour
Mm.
from scratch, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But if I'm like just walking and I think of something, I just go, huh,
Yeah.
isn't that kind of funny?
Mm.
Man, you know, lately I've been kind of wondering, like, I don't even know why some things are funny.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know why some things are funny, but they just are. And
Yeah.
if I try to apply some kind of logic or reasoning to it, it doesn't make any sense. And like, I done some jokes recently, which on paper don't work at all. But then when you say them, for some reason, it's like a spell has been cast over the audience that like pulls laughter out of their souls. And I'm like, that's not supposed to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I kind of start thinking, like, the more I try to intellectualize the process of what is funny or what is a joke, the less funny something I try to write is,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, what's funny is such a mystery sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, yeah, it's really, it's then you will get very different jokes because you don't have this recipe of making them. If they just come to you in some way, and
Yeah.
and yeah, it's also, I think a lot of things can be really funny if you really insist on them. Kind of, if you insist that this is something, then yeah, then a lot of things can be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you believe it or if you structure it in a way and kind of...
If you like really push it and mean it and like say it and insist that this is something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it can be, yeah, then it's, yeah.
I think that's a good exercise, man. Because like I get so much respect from people that I can't remember who it was, man. Somebody told me about somebody that did a 10-minute story about making a puzzle. And they said they just killed it for 10 minutes, a story about puzzling.
Yeah.
And I go, puzzling? That's such a everyday occurrence, you know, making a puzzle, you know? Can you like make something like just really... Oh, and then somebody told me about Kevin Kildahl. Kevin Kildahl was not supposed to be performing, and then he just ran into somebody and they said, hey, do you want to just drop in and do a spot? And then he did 10 minutes of what it was like to catch the bus. That he just took.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, okay, catching the bus, that's so ordinary and regular.
Yeah, he's a genius storyteller.
Yeah.
Like so impressive. Like he does stories and can make like things really that's also being kind of finding all, like there's humor in all the small things, like on the path we don't see it. I don't see it, but but there's like comedy everywhere, probably. And yeah, sometimes you see it, sometimes I see it, but I think he's really good at that, like seeing, like, and yeah, also like insisting that this is something I need to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is funny how different people see comedy in different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you and me might experience the same thing, and you'd be like, "Oh, that's fucking funny. I see that." Oh, you get an idea for something that I might miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard this like improvisational guy from the States or something.
Yeah.
Say, or this was someone else told me that he said that my what's it called? Like my kind of what I have to do as like improvisational actor, I have to be inspired by everything, like by everything, like this piece of dust needs to inspire me. So that was the kind of, and I guess that also is something that stand-up comedians can do as well, as like kind of, can I find a joke in this lighter, or yeah, or be inspired in some way by it.
Damn, and yeah, I would love to be able to be but yeah, man, I don't know. That's kind of why I think that's why I think sometimes it's different skills, like just letting the comedy come to you, like when you're just walking, you think of something, or then being like, I'm going to force humor out of the lighter here. Like that's I feel like the second one is like a muscle that if you practice and get good at, then you could like, okay, I'm going to write a joke about fucking water bottles.
Yeah.